You're working for the
I
city.
like this start.
Yeah, that was pretty grass.
What are you doing out there?
Oh, all that big mud crap that
Oh.
they spilled all the way down Main Street. I got tired of looking at it.
Those
I took my
companies,
shovel and scooped it up. It took
Yeah.
about 10 minutes. So. But I quit at the city limits.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry, I was all cockeyed.
It's scooped up real nice.
The day I noticed it was right after they had got some asphalt from McPherson, and at first I thought, oh no, did they, hit a bump and a little spilled, and then dirt blew over it, and it just.
No, I saw him coming down the street.
Um,
I saw him when it happened. And it was just going all, he got it a little too full. I mean, it wasn't on purpose by any
Yeah.
means, but at least they could have done was go back and pick it
Sure.
up. But it's okay.
Nope. Probably not, because it will not be good.
Sure.
I think they should. Well,
You know?
but it didn't happen.
What was your total car count?
Oh,
I was 31.
I think 48 were registered, but we counted about
Give away your seat.
6 or 7 that
I was
didn't.
gonna give away your seat because somebody said you wouldn't
Right.
be here. But
I
Aaron
wasn't-
texted me.
I
and
wasn't
said,
here. I
"Oh,
wasn't
you
planning.
might."
Interested in.
That scared away too fast.
Yeah, I was gonna call you because I started.
Yeah,
Three
worked
little
out-
trucks that did
worked out great today.
With John shared it. The big pickup, and there were a few of them, so we figured out just, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Did Mac do?
Y'all
Did
do
Mac
I
do
need No, you're good. I got a pencil.
but I talked to a guy
Oh, I have some papers for you.
that came over from Newton, and he was like, oh, yeah, good looking jeans.
She said about paper too.
Oh, he must have them back
He said,
there.
"We've gone
I had
down
them.
this
Oh,
way."
okay, perfect. I didn't see that.
Can do things like that. I mean, must be rude. No, it's pretty much the same.
Huh?
It's just that you have something that you were old, I
Don't
call
close
it.
the city, sit under a shade tree and listen.
Yep. She goes, I can't believe how fast I said, this is Canton.
That's fair.
Everybody not.
Sorry.
Oh, the what?
Yeah.
I don't think it.
Somebody pointed out,
I'll
he
explain it to you. It was
Oh,
too
really? I
long.
didn't even know that.
I wasn't trying to leave you.
if you look at it, it was, but then somebody said, well, you do it both ways. So, yeah, there was quite a few nice ones that we had seen. Had a good show. I was happy.
Where the tickets, I don't know. You know.
I mean, I see. I know where I stand. Well, and you can just do it and do it. Well, we're not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's kind of like, it's kind of like. Not just.
You can't not change your house because if it's where I said.
Well, I already know. Who?
She said, so you were clone before you
Did anybody, did you have to
Yep.
say anything before the vendors?
You are not incorrect.
Just saying.
That's what I said. They had a program with them to do their reduced rate, but they didn't have a conversation.
Oh, that's good. Wife shit. Now you go to bed.
Quiet.
Just because I uses my watch.
Yeah, there's gnats in here too. I thought they were just in mine.
That way I can stay out for like hearing.
It's $2 and
Yeah, no, you're
change.
And my ears don't get dirty.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Mother Nature.
Hey,
I'll be.
I can go everywhere, everywhere but across my head.
Nobody can be mad at us.
people have
People are gonna be mad at you when you have to go with your conscience. You have to do what you feel is right, because people are gonna be mad.
This week, he said, you got a transplant?
Yesterday.
Yeah, I knew he was back.
Not an option.
Well, yeah, you had coffee. But here's the deal, if we can't,
Huh?
you had coffee, we're not having anything, we just, at your
I
house.
don't think we did.
It's not what Jim told me.
That's not destination.
Has anybody ever said that?
You know, he's not coming back to that room.
Did he move the
I don't
rock?
know, I don't know the answer to that.
It's gonna be 60. But if I
What
get
do you want?
I pick.
We'll see what the,
Oh, you know what he wants?
if it goes in
That's
favor.
7 people. But
Good.
if I could go to T-Mobile and get it to an extra badass, you know.
Yeah. There we
Oh,
go.
yes, I got my butt chewed.
That's the day that ends in Y for me.
Kindle Lord.
Yeah. I just had a
Does he still
conversation
own
with
that
her,
lot?
so I was like,
Oh, yeah.
okay, and then somebody called her.
Somebody's
And then I was
home.
like,
Yes.
So they
No,
called
he
me.
mowed it yesterday.
You should have said, why didn't you call Crystal?
I waited till it got close so I could interrupt, because I thought they were done, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's for.
I'll tell him that you're not going to.
Yeah, I can.
And he
We're not
claims
gonna do
he,
it, then let's not do it.
he paid for all the food we got in there.
That's where I'm at. That's why we're
It's good for him.
Well, yeah, because he said we would pay for the streets.
So I got a question.
Sure.
I just feel like.
I'm not promising any valid answers.
You gotta contact him, so.
And I used to share.
Well, I wouldn't say contact, I know something. Yeah.
So, when they raise the minimum wage.
I don't know.
Did you get them? That's why everybody raised them.
I don't know, I didn't have more to say.
Yeah, I basically opened it and said, because
They're doing that,
we're
they're sending it to
close to our city
When I
limit.
can give you a little.
It kinda worked out good.
Yeah, they have to be.
They wouldn't let us have the area at 4 o'clock. They said we were-
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call the meeting to order. And we have an approval of the agenda. It's okay, I didn't say it very loud, my ears aren't plugged in. Rhonda Hamby. Here. Jerry Krameyer.
Here.
Christina Smith. Crystal Wilson. Here. Mary Jowers. Here. Scott Layfield.
Here.
Okay, so, okay.
On the approval of agenda, I would like to add an executive session as number 9. And that is for, where's that? City policy and procedures.
Thank you.
So, did I get an approval of the amended agenda?
Make a motion to approve the amended agenda.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We'll move on. Moving on, approval of the consent agenda. Everybody's had time to read the minutes of the regular meeting, special meeting, warrants, payroll, and financial statement.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We'll open public forum here as soon as Morgan gets organized and reads a little blurb.
At this time, the public will be recognized. Each person seeking to address the council will be recognized for a maximum of 2 minutes. You must provide your first and last name, your city of residence, and the topic of discussion before beginning. After you have spoken, you may exit at any time, or you may quietly observe the remainder of the meeting.
So we'll open public forum if anyone has anything.
I do. I'm Daniel Smith, live in Canton. I'm with the Canton Lions Club. And this is concerning a planted tree in memory of Rex Morton. It was asked of the council if we could do, what we had is we have a tree that had a placard at it at the old, the new park, and the tree has died and we want to replace it. I just want to make sure that we can do that. I believe that it was okayed, and since we've already had a tree there, I just want to make sure that it is confirmed through a council meeting.
What kind of tree?
We haven't decided yet.
Yeah.
So I believe it was an oak before, so I think that's what we're going to try to go with again. Okay?
Sounds
Thank you.
good. Anyone else?
Terry Gribble, Canton, Kansas. Just wanted to thank everybody. We had probably the best Heritage Days that we've ever had. A little warm, could have used a little breeze, and one of my food trucks dropped out on me. So other than that, we had a very good show. We had a street dance without any, as far as I know,
Didn't hear nothing.
so without any trouble. I only had to run one guy out of there with a cooler. So it all worked out pretty good. I want to thank, well, Austin and Danny's not here, especially for the bathrooms, and everybody else, without naming names, Scott and Jerry. Yeah, without naming names, here I go, down to a minute, so I better get with it. But in the park, looked great. Samuel worked hard on it, and all you guys did a good job, so wanted to thank you for that. And while I'm up, it's been said that previous councils were thrown under the bus a little bit as far as you guys inheriting problems that we may have caused or whatever, but that's typical. It is what it is. We're going to have water problems, we're going to have street problems forever, and we may have passed it on, but it's not like we didn't try. And you know, some things got done. It's not easy, and
we know that.
but yeah, so that's all I got. Thank you.
So it's all your fault, right?
I didn't hear that. What?
No, so it's all your fault.
Everything.
No.
It's okay.
I mean, drive down Kellogg in Wichita, it's always under construction.
I know.
Like for the last 20 years.
And every small town in Kansas has got the same problem.
Yep.
Just saying.
Anyone else? Public forum? We will move on to number 5, McPherson County Fairground water rate. And I spoke with Jason Finkstell the other day, and I would like us to make maybe some amendments to the entire water situation if we do in fact do something. Jason and I spoke, and he said they expect to pay for water. That's a given. His numbers were correct. We're quite a bit higher than his alternative. I know Austin and I spoke a little bit about this today, and if we do anything, I mean, Jason mentioned the inside city limits would be his alternative. I mean, that is something you could work with.
Yes,
correct?
I think that's a rate we could mutually work for both sides, meaning we could afford that and it still pays you guys for the water, so it's a good trade-off. And yeah, I mean, we do expect to pay for a water bill. That's not our argument. We just were trying to find the most affordable way we could to get water out there for our events. So we like to work in partnership with the city. I mean, we have for 70 years, 75
Yeah,
years, something
it goes
like that.
back a
So
long way.
goes back far longer than I've lived around here. So.
Yeah.
If you guys were to hook up to Marion Water, what is it? What is the applicant or the connection
It
cost?
costs
for you?
about, depending on the project size, I was kind of estimating 4,000 to 5,000 for the initial hookup, but we would, over about 2 years.
Yeah, that would pay for it.
Yeah, so, I mean, we'd rather just leave things as they are if we could. I mean, that would be the primary deal, is not to spend that money. We talked about drilling a well too, but I just don't know if we would be able to hit enough water pressure for our key times. There's probably enough water to get by 10 months of the year, but probably not 12. So.
The issue at hand is if we move you to the inside city limits, we've got 17 others that are on the
This is considered,
outside city limits.
theirs is considered business rate, so we have.
Yeah. See, we didn't have a difference between business and residential.
Currently,
No,
have a
but
difference between.
There's 7 on the business rate, and there is a slight difference,
I
but
thought you said 17.
there's
total.
17 residential properties and there's 7 business. I have to have both rates because business properties pay sales tax on water and residents do not. So they have to be separated in my system.
Okay.
But they do pay the same price for the water itself. It's just business properties pay tax.
So we have that argument that's already started. So I'm going to ask the council to look at, since that will probably be an issue, we maybe adjust that outside city limits from 60 to 50, and maybe even alter that 1766 versus 883. And, I mean, come up, maybe add a couple dollars or something. I mean,
Question for the fairgrounds. When was the last time you guys updated your ticket prices or your rent for the buildings out there?
We have adjusted rental prices this year, but I mean, we don't have enough events to generate. I mean, we've talked about adjusting the ticket prices a little bit, but I mean, when we're talking the difference of several $100s a month, you know, compared to switching to another source, that's where we came from. I mean, our revenue is up this year, but not, I mean, it's still a nonprofit organization. I mean, that's how we're set up. We're trying to make enough money to pay our utilities, pay our insurance, and make improvements as we can. And we feel like that's in partnership with the city. I mean, the whole reason they started the fair here was to bring people to Canton, and that's what we're trying to do, is to have events to bring people to the community.
I just wanted to make sure you guys were staying up on your rates
Yeah,
as
we're-
well, you know.
Ticket prices are one thing on the agenda for 26. We kind of got mostly new fair board at the beginning of 25, so we didn't make any, well, we changed the dates of the fair slightly.
I know one thing I've heard for at least the last 3 years is that everybody comes to rent here, our building, because
Yeah,
it's the cheapest in the county.
We have gone up on that.
Yeah, so I wanted to make sure we were at least, you know, trying to do something there, you know.
and I want to go back to the argument of, we really haven't had a good tally of what usage you've used out
Yeah.
there. I mean, we were told it was close to $1 million at one point, and
That seems
that's
way off.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
For a year.
I ask often, I don't know when that meter was put in. That's what I don't know, is how new that meter is. It is an electronic dial, so I mean, is it fairly new?
19, I believe.
I mean, is that something, is that meter working good? I mean, do you think it is?
Could we
Okay.
consider making an adjustment for nonprofits if you're truly a nonprofit?
We are, I mean, we have.
Do you have
yeah.
a tax exempt status with that?
Well, that is a great question we're working on. We have the documents we have show us with the state as a nonprofit, yeah.
if it's tax exempt, I just need a copy.
I'll need a copy of that,
Because
yeah.
you'll have to, as a business customer,
It's on our
you pay
agenda to
sales
try to
tax.
Clean up some paperwork like that,
Okay.
so.
So that is something that we consider adjusting for nonprofits, making them in-town rates.
But you probably have to wait until he gets that figured out.
I mean, I
I
would
mean, I
like to do
could,
that.
the
for non-
documentation's at the back, I mean, I could print that, bring it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something I mean, if we're gonna do that for the nonprofits, we gotta have, like you said, the documentation.
Right.
Well, you have to have the documentation for that,
Right.
and then leaving the rest of the outside city rates as they are.
Yeah, if we can do that, and, I mean,
Do we have any other nonprofits that are outside of city limits?
Just ask that question.
Currently, no.
the beautification.
Cemetery.
Cemetery.
Well, Cemetery?
But yeah, the cemetery, they're not currently getting billed because that doesn't go into effect until November 1st.
Right.
So they didn't show up on my report. But if they have a tax exempt or nonprofit, I don't have that record.
Right.
Okay.
So we just need to get that,
Yeah,
and that would help with that situation.
right.
So that's what we could look at then.
Yeah.
If they're not.
I mean, I'd be willing to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bring
go
it back
into
to city
nonprofit
rates.
now.
Yeah.
That way we wouldn't have to
Versus
change anything else.
changing.
Right.
We're gonna talk about doing nonprofit, are we still billing them for it, or what are we doing?
We would give them in-town rates for
Uh-huh.
nonprofits.
Yep.
And then we
And
wouldn't
then
have
tax
to change-
exempt with their paperwork.
As long as they have tax
Yep,
exempt status.
absolutely.
Okay, I have a
And you'll get
question.
that in.
The,
I don't know if I remember.
yeah, I can, the nonprofit.
What do you do for,
application, I have
what are you
that
gonna do
on.
for
Yeah,
nonprofit?
sure.
Okay.
You got
Or what's,
one
I'm
or
just,
what's the
yeah,
city
I'm
email, is it
just
still?
seeing if it's
Nope.
in there.
This is for out-of-town rates only. Those that are out of town, if they're a nonprofit, which, I think that we should consider giving them in-town rates. In-city is gonna have to stay what it
I mean,
is.
if in-city people have a tax exempt, they could provide the paperwork and at least get the
But-
tax rate exempted, but
Exactly.
they wouldn't get a rate change, yeah.
Correct.
But I think we have to rescind what we already put in motion, because I think.
Or amend what's already.
We would
in place.
amend
Yeah,
it.
amend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We would
I thought
amend
we
it
had
to
rescinded.
nonprofits that are outside city limits to get the in-town rate. That would be the amendment, correct?
Mhm.
Right.
Okay,
But we'd have to have that paperwork in order to
correct.
adjust that.
I mean, does that sound?
Yeah, I should have it.
Probably
I can send
paper
a written
form.
copy over in the
You
morning.
have, they
Yeah,
give you a
paper
paper form.
form.
But that's where we
Well,
were
or
at.
digital.
Is that good?
What was that rate?
Well, we would do the
The
inside.
in-city, yeah, that'd be fine, yeah.
It's-
I can, as soon as I get service.
Yeah,
I
as
can
long as
find
you have
the
that
documents
paperwork and get it
then-
to Morgan, then
Yeah.
we can, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's great, thank you.
I mean, think
And
about
I'm
it.
gonna follow up with the cemetery
I'll
to
give
get
you card.
theirs.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Are
that
you gonna
way,
leave?
there's no
here.
discretion of that, if
We
it's
can
they're
talk.
nonprofit, correct?
Yeah.
Jerry?
Right.
Okay,
Right.
okay.
He's doing numbers. Since you had communications with the township cemetery,
Yeah.
would you want to contact them, or do you need somebody else to do that?
I can text them out and get the information.
And I do have Matt's number if you'd like me to call him back.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay,
That's
well, I
what-
just know your
Yeah,
work.
Yeah,
John's
I
at
can
town for
call
a
too
while,
if-
John Sheeran's. So
Yeah.
that
He gets back
would be
Saturday.
one, yeah, yep.
I
So,
mean, if we're gonna go to,
Okay.
I
Let me
don't,
get a card.
I don't have a problem with
think about this. I mean, I don't have a problem doing that for the tax exempt and that. Is the school considered tax exempt?
But they're in town, so it's
They're in
irrelevant.
town,
Yeah, so there are.
There's.
That just means they don't pay a sales tax.
Okay. So
Yeah,
Right.
as long as they can, turn in the form for nonprofit and stuff,
They
I
can.
mean, that's not a problem, so, I guess until we get that,
That
then.
with the home run.
That
Yeah.
works?
Right,
Yeah.
right,
That works.
then there's no discrepancy, then we don't have to entertain it, the other.
Yes.
Yep.
Do.
Gee, that was easier than I thought it was gonna be.
I know, right,
Some questions.
she had to make everything simple.
About the process.
I just sent it to you, Morgan, but there's our
Okay.
articles of
Okay.
organization for nonprofit.
So,
You have some questions?
Yeah, maybe for Tim. I'm not sure of the process here, because I haven't done this before, but, it was in the ordinance about in-town and out-of-town customers, so because that's an ordinance,
We would
How-
modify it, yeah.
can you amend an ordinance, or do you have to create a new ordinance? I'm not sure how this works.
I think there's several ways you could do it. There's no one right way. I think you could amend the ordinance. I think you could just with a nuance for this specific individual situation, or make a new ordinance, I think you're thinking correctly. Just do an amendment to that ordinance.
That's the simplest way, because it's on the same page.
Yeah, you'd say,
Yeah.
the ordinance is this,
But.
period, but, or, and, this area shall be treated such as.
Nonprofits or tax exempt or,
Mhm.
yeah. So you got an ordinance number?
I'll have to pull it up. I can't, I can tell you what I think it is. I don't know.
Well, it's 1 through 6. It's not gonna be higher than that because the bar ordinance was 7.
No, those are resolutions.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say.
We're up to almost 700 in
Okay,
ordinances.
okay.
I believe it's 694, but I want to verify before we amend the wrong one.
That's right, those are the resolutions.
Okay, Jason, for your info, since 2015, you guys have averaged about 80,850 gallons a year annually.
That's, yeah, yes, those are as
With the correct
Yeah,
digits.
if all this on this here is
Yeah.
correct.
I'd say that's about
Yeah,
right, though.
me too.
I'd say that's about right.
And
I
that's,
knew
that's
that
annually.
million
not-
was not even close.
Yeah, that's substantial. I mean,
It is ordinance 694.
Make a motion to amend ordinance 694 to include tax exempt and nonprofits outside of city limits will be billed at inside city limit water rates. Right.
Providing documentation.
Yeah, documentation must be provided.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate it. So, I did, when the mayor was in there, we did talk a little bit about ways to incorporate some of the fair activities back into the city. It's just hard for some of the stuff. The parade's good. We talked about, and I just briefly talked to Keith about it last time, maybe possibly trying to, instead of having a dance out at the arena, doing a street dance, something downtown. I like the one at the fairgrounds has been great because kids can play in the arena, it's fun, but we had the incident with the train this year, so we would like to maybe move it into town. If that's something it kind of sounds like that's something we might be able to work out the logistics on.
Fantastic.
So that's a thought coming forward that we might look at for 2026. So.
That's great.
Perfect. Thank you, guys.
Jason.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
While we're on the water subject, I got a quick question. Looking all these over, which one of these addresses in here is the farthest away from town? We need to kind of think about, I mean, if we're supplying water 2 or 3 miles outside of town for one customer, that line breaks, we're not able to supply them water, who's eating that cost? Just put those thoughts in your head and kind of think about it. We'd be spending, let's say it's 2 miles outside of town, what, 100,000 a mile to replace a water line
26.
for
Depends on what size.
$200 or $300 a year. I mean, just kind of think about that.
That's why we did increase out of town rates.
But even out of town rates right now, that ain't gonna cover it. I mean, fairgrounds is very close, but if we're supplying 2 or 3 miles outside of town, I mean, there's exceptions, like, Tom's house out here it's fairly close to the main, but if we're supplying water 2 miles that way, or 2 that way, or 2 that way,
Does McPherson
why?
County rural water not come close? I've always wondered that, I guess. Just
I mean, I don't know on the address.
They're a
We'd
couple
have to
miles.
look.
They are.
I looked
I
at
didn't
their
know.
map on KRWA. And yeah, I think they go to like 24th or 25th. That's the closest it gets.
What
There's
is the
kind of a
farthest?
gap.
What is the farthest one, Austin?
I'm looking right now. Kiowa's. is
So
out here.
it depends when you say farthest from town because it's not a 2 mile water line.
Because we have our wells out
Section
there,
of-
so technically our farthest is, well, are we talking main or service line?
Service line.
Okay, so Tommy's a half mile.
Okay.
We've got almost a quarter-mile service over here, and then we've got pretty much everyone else is actually really close.
North of the
Okay.
cemetery, is that property
About
roughly half?
I don't know how far that is, 8 miles?
Yeah, I'd say
Oh,
maybe
okay.
a mile.
I thought it was farther.
Oh.
Well, no, it's probably about,
Maybe a quarter. I don't know.
Yeah,
but,
sorry.
but basically, all of our
Yeah.
services
Yeah, I'd say
out in the
that's-
country, we feed off just a little ways. We put a meter, and then it travels. But like I said, Tommy's about the only one that we actually travel a half mile and have a meter at the house.
Just kind of food for thought next time when water rates and all that kind of stuff come up. How long are we going to keep? I mean, let's say we're at an 8th mile right now, and somebody builds a house down here, and they don't want to pay the $5,000 or whatever it is to hook up to the real water,
I see what you're
and
saying.
then we're going to be paying.
Right.
That water line goes bad, and we're going to be paying an exorbitant amount to run water for one
But that's
customer.
that's when you start annexing that property
Mhm.
in, and that's a whole nother
Right.
subject.
Right. Just kind of food for thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not on the agenda.
It's, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Good
Move
point. Good point. No, it's a good point
Thank
to
you,
bring up.
guys.
Thank you. It's a good point to bring up.
Thank you. Next,
The
the sewer
sewer
lift
bond. It's a good point to bring up.
I don't know, I thought Larry, I'm sorry, I can't remember his name.
I don't
From
remember what
Ransom.
his last name is either, but
He said he would
Doug,
have to come back for 2
Doug
meetings.
did come and got a whole bunch of paperwork for the sewer, so that way he can start putting together certain plans. And I believe he was gonna get with them once he got more of a solid number. He's been getting with me, getting different designs, letting me see different stuff, so
So
we
he's
are working on it still.
working continual with you?
Yes.
Okay, that's good to know. All right.
That's about the sewer bond.
All right, pass it. Mark, do you want to take the floor on the chief of police?
Oh, Chief of Police already?
Yeah, we're just
Alright.
moving right along.
So we did an interview
Nice to see you now.
with Dominic Anderson here, so he put in for the new Chief of Police for Canton. So my request is the all council vote for him. I know some of you sat in the interview with him. He has a good small town mindset, so I hope he sticks around for many years to come. So that's all I got right now. So
All right.
Have him introduce himself for everybody that wasn't there.
Yeah.
Everybody kind
For
of.
the
You wanna
losers
take
that were
the
late,
floor?
like me.
Okay, you want to tell a little bit about yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
My name is Dominic Anderson. I'm originally from the Manhattan area. I moved to Hutchinson after working as a police officer in the Manhattan area for a little under 3 years. Because my wife's from that area. Us and our 16-month-old now moved back. She got a big high-paying job. I quit working for a little bit. I was looking to get back into work. I'm from a little town, about 250 people. My goal is to lead the police department with accountability, integrity, and transparency. Those are the biggest things that police departments need, in my opinion, as well as community involvement. So that's kind of my goals there. Before being a police officer, I worked counterterrorism, counter-security measures, as well as counter-explosive measures on contract for State Department and Department of Homeland Security. So that's kind of about me.
So, did you have anything on the?
It is not complete.
Not complete.
Unless
Okay.
Jerry
No,
did it
I-
his sleep.
I did it in my
No,
sleep.
it's more complicated than it appears, and we've been working on it for a hot minute, Jerry and I. No, it's not completed. We're looking at that. I'll talk to Krista later.
Well, we need to come up with a rate per hour.
First of all, we need to amend the hiring rate, the hiring distance.
No.
There isn't.
You don't have to amend the policy.
Right.
You can approve that this specific employee lives outside that range.
Okay.
Because if you amend I'm just suggesting, if you amend the
Okay.
policy, then it's every
Everybody,
employee is
yes,
allowed to
yes,
be
yes.
that distance.
And as far as I could tell, it did say employees in the policies and whatever else the proper wording is. We can make that different for police officers or just amend it for one. So it's kind of a preference on what you guys are doing. It didn't specify that an officer had to live within city limits. So that being said, we could make that a maintenance issue and not a police officer issue, or just amend it for this particular situation.
So, just a question, is there an intent to move to town?
Eventually, I would like to move closer. We just signed a 2-year lease at our house in Hutchinson. If I may, on the city limits thing, that's a big recruiting tool for a lot of small towns. From my experience, is a lot of bigger cities require cops to live there. I know Kichi is one that they're one of the last few that don't require it. And they use that as a huge recruitment tool where you can't maybe offer pay, but you have officers willing to drive certain distances. And I think that might, if the council's willing to make that exemption for police officers, I think that, if we found a grant where we could hire another full-timer that pays for them, that would be a big hiring incentive. And you could still set a certain radius, if you will, but that exemption, if the council, if it pleases them.
I was personally going to write it up to where we didn't have that requirement
Yeah,
for the police department.
Right.
That's where I'm going with it now. I mean, I know that everybody's also look at it. That's just my opinion. And you also have time to opinionate that later. But
The oldest version of that I found, there was not a mileage limit, the one that's currently listed online.
So what I'm hearing is Mark is volunteering for any off-hour emergencies.
we
Up on the side of the sheriff's office.
And that's just it. We also, keep in mind that we do have a sheriff's, our county sheriffs do respond in case of emergency, and
But they're not far, so,
And
in Wichita, it would take them 20 minutes to get to the emergency when they live there,
Right.
and it would take 7 going 80 down 56.
We want to get this man hired tonight
Yeah.
and get him in
Absolutely.
position.
Yep.
So what are we going to do to make it go forward?
Well, like I say, if it were me, I'd want to know how much money I'm making.
My proposal
That's
is
why
that,
I'm saying that's what we need to decide on.
I propose that, we started at $26 an hour with the $32 an hour cap, full benefits.
I'm going to appeal that. I want to go 27 with benefits. And then I think we adjust the cap later.
Yes.
When we redo the policies. But I want to start at the 27 with insurance to start.
90-day review.
And we did set that before, correct? We were doing the 90-day review, and then is it May that we also
May is
Right,
reappointment.
reappointment, yes.
is reappointment?
Yes.
So there will be that.
Yes.
So that'll be a 90-day review with reappointments done in May.
Yep.
I'm going for 27 with benefits.
I'll go with that, because we could sneak in all the fine details if you want to hide later, right?
We'll put it in the fine print later, I
Come
guess.
on.
I don't know.
That's right.
We're out there. No, it is kind of the basic stuff,
Yeah, not trying to scare you or
Yeah.
anything, basically what the policies and procedures, I'm not knocking Terry or anybody. It's never been updated. I think the current one that we have in there is
07?
07, the one that is actually listed on the website right now. I'm guessing it's probably from the early 90s.
Well, and the other part is when things were changed, it wasn't put into the proper place, so we're running into that as well.
Seems like we're running out of 2 different policies and procedures.
Okay, I say somebody make a motion, let's get her done.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to make the motion to hire Dominic Anderson as as police chief of Canton, hiring rate of $27 per hour with benefits.
And that that would be a start date of Monday, October 3rd.
Yes.
With a start date of October 13th?
A 90-day review.
I have a question before it's seconded, if that's okay.
That's fine.
Will you address holiday pay? Will it be any different? Like, he gets time and a half on if he, because right now our policy says that the police officer, chief of police is required to work 4th of July.
That's going to be taken off.
And that's fine, I'm just asking, because the rest of us as employees, we get the holiday off,
Right.
we go home and we get paid for it. But if he's off that day, he's just off. And if he works that day, he just makes 27 per hour.
Right.
I'm just asking,
Does anybody know why we made that mandatory? They worked on that.
I'm assuming
I
so.
imagine back in the day, there was probably a lot of issues that were going on.
Yeah.
And I mean, that all
Probably
because of a
right,
lot of the
right.
policies and stuff is just, and it depends on what's going on in the community. I mean, sometimes
Right.
we've had years where like we had no issues at all.
Mhm.
But then there's been years it's like, oh my gosh, like,
Yeah.
what the hell am I doing? So,
Right. Yeah. I agree.
And those are also things that I would like to, if we approve the hire, to have conversations with our chief of police and kind of amend those things and lock those in.
Mark, you will work with us on finalizing how this should be put together.
I'm going to
Yeah,
work
it'll
with him
be-
as much as possible to get him
Yeah.
up. I'm not going to just kind of leave him out to dry. So we'll make sure he's good to go.
That's good.
I'm hearing a lot of volunteers still.
Like, get it under control over
All those
there.
in favor?
Did we second it?
She just
I
seconded
just
it.
did.
Mary did.
All in
All
favor?
those
Aye.
in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Welcome.
Yes. Long time coming, yay.
All right.
I actually wrote that down to look at holiday pay, so
Okay.
we can address that.
because the policies, how they're written, is based off of salary pay. And we've changed it from salary to hourly pay, but obviously that little odds and ends throughout the book don't match up now, so I just wanted to ask. Okay. Thank you.
All right, we're going to do an executive session to discuss financial affairs. If we could get a motion for that.
How much time do we need?
10 minutes.
10
Oh,
minutes.
that was quick, Rhonda. 10 minutes.
I'm telling you, she wants out of here.
She's on it tonight.
Make a motion to go in executive session, discuss financial affairs, starting at 19:06
I'll
for
second.
10 minutes.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I did print a sheet. Does somebody know?
Wait.
If you would like to have it, it's
Dominic Anderson.
It says number 9.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Got your watch? Got your watch? Thank you. If you like anything here,
To label everything. At least if here, you want to take mine as an extra.
Mark?
Just so there's a couple things.
Daniel Smith. Nice to meet you.
Barnett.
Nice to meet you. And you're Sam, right?
Yes, sir.
Sam?
Yes, sir. My favorite person in the city right now.
Samuel Woods.
Nice to meet you. I'm Daniel Smith. I'm Christina's husband. Okay.
I don't know who.
And you actually know, you actually probably went and talked to my father. He's the one that's blind. And he has the 2 bathtubs that need to be taken care of.
Yellow boat.
Yes, and the yellow boat. So, we are working on it. Just want to let you know that. So,
I don't care.
no, nope.
She has cancer, he needs to focus on that.
Nope, and he is. It's us kids that are taking care of it. We went and did a bunch of work over there this last weekend, so
I told
we'll do
him
some
I
more.
wasn't doing anything, he needs to focus on
No,
it.
yeah, then
But he-
us kids are
He
taking care
did
of
say
it.
that people were coming over, and I said, instead of working, they need to,
Well, no, we're spending time with mom too. Yeah, so that's my parents. So yeah, so we've been spending time with them. And I just found out today my older brother has colon cancer.
I did about with that, I was stage 4.
We had about 10 kids in
Wow.
my graduating class.
So yeah, they caught it in time. They caught it.
Sanchez in Wichita was the only one of 6 in the country that did robotic surgery.
And got it all. That's good. That's great.
Police officer there, we moved to.
Yeah, but yeah, I just I thank you for working with my parents. I really do appreciate it.
I don't know anybody, but when they said that he was blind and everything, so I went over there and told him, don't worry about it now.
No, we're gonna, but you're right, they needed it, and, you know, it forced us kids to actually have to do something, so I'm glad you did it, so.
But, I know when I was over there and he was out in the yard, and I went over there and talked to him.
Yeah.
And he mentioned something about his roof, so maybe you need to focus on that.
Yeah, the roof is, actually got some of it replaced already, so.
Yeah, he said something about it was leaking.
Yep, he's already got it, he already got it,
I
it's
would do
already
that
shingled.
before I do
Yep.
the.
Well, it's all of it's in process, so, but I do want to thank you.
Yes, sir.
What we carry for hi Samuel.
How are you today?
Good, yeah.
Yeah, well, welcome to Canton.
Almost stood out in the middle of Moccasin earlier today. There was a red car that they had to be doing 60 miles an hour. And I said,
Camaro.
no, it was not. It was a smaller, I want to say Mazda, Toyota or something. And I was halfway out in the road shaking my finger at them.
Somebody's gonna. It parks down here off of Fairview.
Well, they weren't here very long because I got in a pickup and I was gonna go have a talk with them, and by the time I got across the tracks, I could see it. I don't know if they'd stopped at the post office or something, but they was headed out of town, so. I don't know.
Moccasin has become quite the little girl.
Well, yeah, always has been. But we put 30-mile-an-hour speed limit signs up there for a reason.
Some guy in a Dodge single wheel flatbed comes down Park Street, 45, 50 miles an hour, 10 o'clock in the morning, and then at noon.
We have them coming from north down 27th, and they could fly. Right.
I don't know where 27th is.
27th Avenue is Main Street.
This is,
Now.
Main Street.
Yeah. You come on the north and the 27th coming into town over the tracks, and they're just hauling
The
by.
Moccasin
And they go the other direction too.
out here is
Both directions.
where we're living.
Yeah.
Where the brick house is, and then on the corner, he's got the frame for that derby car or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
Sprint car. Okay, I know where mine is.
Modified.
Well, yeah, just across the tracks and then
Yeah.
head west to Galva after you've left the bar. But we put a 30. The thing is, the north half of that road is county. The south half is actually a different name. It's not Moccasin. It's
Ashland.
Ashland,
Because that's
And
what the
it's-
street sign says by the house.
and it's city. So that's technically people leaving town. You couldn't give them a ticket, I guess, because it's in county, out of your jurisdiction.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well,
You could scare them. You could warn them.
My goal is to work closely with the sheriff's office with Mr. Marvett.
Yeah.
And
Well, Mark,
work out some different stuff where we can maybe get a little special jurisdiction in some areas.
Mark would always sit out there once in a while. Not always, but once in a while.
Yeah, once every
Sit down.
Slow them down a
Sit down
little
at the
bit.
north end of Main Street, right there by where the city sign is.
Well,
When
they
you're
were-
coming to town, you're gonna nail them every day.
24th, whatever the cutoff is that goes to Mountain Ridge.
Mm-hmm.
They were sitting out there, hell, they were doing 90 miles an hour.
That's
Sheriff
22nd.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sheriff was getting them left and right.
Yeah.
Traffic safety is something I'm very passionate about.
Yeah.
I'm good at. Not everybody needs a ticket, but sometimes that's
Well, I told
the
Mark
only
too,
correction.
you know, there's a lot of kids coming into town in the mornings for school. They're good about it. They do the speed limit, they're fine, but it's,
Last week, they were shooting fireworks in the parking lot.
yeah. Well, and I saw, they're hauling a lot of grain now.
Yeah.
And I saw a big truck coming, and I spoiled it already, but she was hauling ass. And that 30-mile-an-hour speed limit didn't slow her down a bit. And I looked up, I got close to the road, and I looked up, a little Mennonite gal driving a Kenworth with a full load of corn on the back, but.
They're as bad as anybody.
Yeah.
I'll buy Yoder, they'll get those tractors flying.
Yeah, with their four ways on.
Yeah.
I don't think people understand, if you're weighing 80,000 pounds and you're running 55 mile an hour, it takes you 335 feet to stop. But if you're,
Takes longer if you're empty.
but if you're running 75 mile an hour, like most of the interstates,
Yeah.
it takes you 1,467 feet to stop, and for every mile an hour, it adds 106 feet. But you're running at 55 mile an hour, you're running 96 feet per second.
Yeah.
And they don't. And then if you're on gravel, you can add another 200 feet.
And she didn't
Stop.
know that. She just in a hurry to get to the elevator and get turned around and go back to the fields. Anyway, I think they can handle the rest of this without me. Welcome.
Thank you.
I wish they had more
That's not bad money.
more settled, more things decided for you
We can work out small details.
as far as your vacation or your holiday pay or whatever. That should have been figured out by now.
Life's all about small details.
Okay.
We'll make it work. I'm
Nice.
flexible.
Thanks for all your work last week.
Anything I can do to help.
With grass off, so. All right.
Those other two helped.
Huh?
Those other two guys helped.
Oh, yeah, I know they did.
There was a lot of work to do there.
They all came. It was a good day.
Need to bring in a bucket of dirt for those where they got stuck up there on the north side of the sidewalk.
Oh, did they? Is that where the ambulance kind of made some ruts?
The ambulance did, but some of the big trucks,
Oh,
so.
you know, it was a little soft still,
Yep, and if we take care of those now,
Yeah.
there'll be grass next year.
but, yeah. All right. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sir.
See you guys.
See you tomorrow.
Is there something else you got?
Maybe, I might learn something.
Oh.
Maybe,
All right.
Maybe.
We'll see you later.
no guarantees.
I think it feels good.
No,
I
it's
have too
freezing
many
now.
clothes
I'm
on.
freezing now, I need to go back in
I
there.
put on pants and a jacket.
I'm telling you, I need to go back in there.
I like sweatshirt.
It's okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I wish you were on the papers back.
Dan, Dan, I took your advice. I got 2 hard copies of Robert's Rules of Order.
Okay, we'll call the meeting back to order. It's 7:15 and no binding decisions were made. So, I don't need any more than 10, sorry.
10
We're gonna
minutes.
do another executive session. So,
I'll make a motion to go to executive session to discuss
What's the topic?
city policy and procedures for 10 minutes.
Starting at?
Starting at 7:17, returning at 7:27.
I'll second that.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Hang on again.
No more than 10, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, shit. Last year, they had half a dozen different executive sessions. It was all one council meeting. Sit down, back in, sit down, back in. Dominic, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing all right. Been busy in the county? Not too bad. Not too bad.
Saw your guys' golf
Yeah.
tournament for SRT.
No
Yeah.
more.
Pretty good turnout.
Yeah, we actually had more here this time than we did last year. We had 23 teams. It was 4-man teams.
Quite a bit.
It is. I didn't see how much money we raised, but
Every bit
Was the
helps.
weather bad last year?
it was a little chilly last year.
Okay, I was thinking there was something like
Yeah,
wind
there
or
was
cold.
frost. Well, it's always for some reason windy when we're out there, but there was a lot of frost last year. There wasn't no frost this year.
They get all the damage fixed. They had a lot of hail damage.
If there was, we didn't see any.
No.
So.
So, how many months you been with the sheriff's department now?
I've been here for a year now.
A
Or
year?
Going on a year, yeah.
So every quarter, then, right?
For what?
For wrecking a car.
Pretty much. Well, you know, people need to learn to stop running from it.
You and I have the same problem. They just don't want to stop.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I'm trying to think. I think I'm
Is it
damaged 3 or 4 in Canton. You know, one of them was when I was chasing a dude down the railroad tracks. Rammed a guy in Hillsboro.
You had a lady run into you.
Oh, yeah, yep. She dukes a habit across Kansas Avenue, then crashed backward into my patrol car.
But that was here in Canton.
Yeah, that was all just
Yeah,
Canton.
but now as a sheriff,
The sheriff's office, I had one guy crash into the front of me. Let's see here. I had the other guy I hit him at 70 miles an hour, the homicide suspect out of Topeka. Then the last one I chased, ran through a barbed wire fence, scratched up the whole front of my patrol car. And he's the one that caused his own damage, like don't barrel roll over the
Did
railroad
you
track.
hit a deer or did somebody else hit a deer?
Somebody else hit a deer. I haven't hit any
Wasn't it
deer
on
yet.
the way to get their car repaired or your car repaired something?
Yeah, I'm not sure who hit that one.
feel
I know
like
Deputy
Aaron was
King,
saying
like within a week, freaking hit an owl which creased the center down of his hood, and then the week later he ended up freaking hitting a deer. Granted, he's got a shitty patrol car right now with him.
So it's been a little over a year or just right at a year?
The 28th will be a year.
So you got a time to make one a quarter. You're right now about every 4 months. But
I'm sure my sergeant would appreciate if I didn't crash my car anymore.
No. Well, if they give you the old ones that are about to retire on their last leg, you might be able to get them some more money out of it.
Me and some of the deputies actually talked about, like, yeah, every time I get chases, let me borrow one of the shitty ones.
Yeah. What are you doing, Sergeant? I mean, what are you called? Sheriff?
Deputy.
Deputy? What are you doing, Deputy Barnett? I'm changing cars. I'm in a chase. What do you think's gonna happen?
Yell at the new guy, give me your keys.
I'll tell you that last chase I was in, I was very impressed with that vehicle. It was a Subaru Outback 2020. I think that's going to be my next investment because that thing was a freaking tank. No,
They are, yeah, I picked them up and hauled them. They are just.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of people must run if you start rating the cars you're going to buy off of how good they run.
Oh,
You
yeah.
kept it pretty good in that corner.
That should be an advertisement for like dealerships and stuff. It's like, yeah, you see like the cars climbing the mountains and all this other stuff. It's like, yeah, put it in the car chase.
Yeah.
People.
They'll just pull your dash camera up.
Oh, shoot.
You guys have a lot of motorcycles run from you out on 35?
No, I think. Don't quote me. I think we only had like maybe 2 or 3 motorcycles run from us this year.
That's good. Manhattan, we had it all the time, and I mean, it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
You're not going to catch them. You're not.
Well, they just wait for them to stop at the gas
Well,
station.
yeah.
well.
We had a deal years ago. Guy was clocked 210 and Newton, and so they lost track of him by Mound Ridge. Well, it was a time we were still scanning our radio channels, and somebody called in, seeing them coming up 27th Avenue. Well, I was in the old hoopty police truck. Like, I ain't gonna catch the police, I can see where he goes. And I got down there, and I'm sure as shit, he ran out of gas, and he was sitting at the gas station, so I went and paid him a visit.
I used to have a scanner in Kansas City in '95. I remember they had, I think it was a Ninja, and the guy was just right down 70, and some highway patrolman got on the radio and said, just cover the exits, he'll stop sooner or later.
I had a motorcycle on Kimball Avenue right there by the football stadium right after they redid it, and he blew by me at about 180. Wow. And I just sat there. I didn't even people looked at me, I rolled down my window and said, it's a waste of time.
Yeah.
He's gonna be the next county by the time.
Well, yeah, and I mean, there's really not a whole lot you can do to stop a motorcycle.
No, you can't
so.
throw spikes, you can't.
Well, I mean, there was one kind of just recently threw spikes on a motorcycle, but.
You can't TDI them, you know.
No.
Well, I mean, Arkansas Highway Patrol.
Well, yeah, they TDI everybody.
Well, they got that new grappler thing, so maybe next they'll get nets.
I did see Highway Patrol's kind of changed to that.
They'll just shoot out nets for motorcycles.
Yeah.
At
Yeah,
one
well, that's
time, Texas said they just want to get close enough to get a tag number.
Yeah. Well, sometimes that's good until like it's a stolen tag or
Yeah.
something else, or it's an illegal tag. Now the grapplers, they're a nice investment. Problem is you need to have a larger vehicle, so a pickup truck or a Tahoe, but like you can't put on Durangos because they're not heavy enough.
No, they're gonna yank that.
Yeah, you'll be getting dragged down the highway.
On
I've
your
seen
front
a
two wheels.
video where they used one of those and it ripped the back axle completely out from under the car.
Yeah. I think that was one of the KHP guys that did that. Yeah. I know there's been talk about like the tracking devices that can shoot out and stick to the suspect car.
Stars.
Yeah, but I heard them were crap because like they'd hit up there and they'd just bounce off, and then it was just really expensive to even reload them.
Yeah, I think one of them last time I looked out of curiosity, they were like 10,000 a piece for one.
Mhm.
And like if you miss, you're out.
Yeah.
They're not reusable.
I saw one where they shoot out a net and it goes like at the tires.
And it wraps around.
Yeah.
And then it wraps around.
Yeah,
and
that's
the
the
tires
grappler. So yeah.
Yeah, and then all it does is just, they can't go because it locks up against the transaxle and everything.
Yep. Yeah, you'll probably start seeing a lot more of them as time goes along. Hopefully, they start getting a little bit more affordable. So.
Because you're done. Once that hits you, if it starts wrapping, you're done.
Mhm.
I mean, it's
But
not
it's four-wheel
going.
drive.
Yeah, until you get Billy Bob in his dually.
Oh, I
Or have a
don't
front wheel
think, no.
vehicle, get the back in, it just keeps going.
Well, I was
What
just
the
thinking
hell?
some poor trooper tries it in his little Charger on a dually pickup and he's gonna get drunk.
No, I mean, it shoots out a net and it's not attached to the car. What it does
Oh,
is it goes and
no.
it goes underneath both wheels, and what it does, the wheels wrap up, and then as the wheels are turning, it can't go with the wheels, so it just keeps tightening up, and then all of a sudden it just locks the rear wheels.
I think I've seen some of what you're talking about out in like down south Georgia,
Yeah.
Alabama.
That would be, I mean, because then they can't go. I mean, unless you can spin your rims on the tire, but.
I think they should invest in a helicopter.
Well, yeah, things are slowly getting to be obsolete.
They want to get what's that vehicle that you want to get first for SWAT?
Oh, Bearcat.
Yeah, the Bearcat first. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope we get that damn Bearcat this coming year. Shoot.
You don't like the old ambulance?
Well, it'd be nice to have something that'll stop bullets.
The first doesn't have a Bearcat.
No, we've been waiting, and then like all the government decided to step on everybody's toes. Like, hey, here's the money, start sending us Bearcats, so we got pushed back. So.
Your ambulance is like 10 years old.
Yeah, it happens.
Past EMS retirement.
It gets us where we need to go.
Yeah.
I seen the picture. I thought that was just like the command vehicle.
Oh yeah, no.
So you guys like pile in that.
Mm-hmm. No, I like to have a Rook as a up armored Bobcat. But they're wanting $400,000 for that. So there ain't no way in the world that we'll be able to afford it. Last I knew there was 90 of them that were functional, but there was 0 in the state of Kansas. So.
Well, that guy in Colorado made a dozer.
I was gonna say.
Oh yeah, I know, right?
I mean, it would be, you could do it.
Oh yeah, we could do it, but then it just comes down to the liabilities and stuff and
Plenty of farmers around
politics.
here that could weld.
But I'd be more than happy to build one. I mean, just gotta get a Bobcat and then be good to go. Make my own pipes to shoot gas through, and I got a cool little platform that attaches to the front of it that you can put your SWAT members inside of it and lift them up in the elevated position so they can get out and like hotel rooms and things. And
So if there's a armored vehicle needed, does the county bring in KHP?
we holler at Harvey County.
Oops, sorry. Nope, no, they're not. Nope. I heard you. I said, oops, sorry.
Your keys are stuck in the
Oh, yeah, that does happen.
Crystal's working on it.
What happens when you really can't lock doors? Right? Needs a little grease.
It's much cooler in here. Forgot how to use a key.
No, it's
Don't even need
cold
one
in
on my
here.
car anymore.
We'll call the meeting back to order at 7:27, and no binding decisions were made. So we're gonna move on to department reports and police department.
Got it?
Hey, yeah, he can take care of the next month's. All right, so I only got two things. It's gonna be me asking money. First, the gentleman here is gonna need some personal equipment. So body armor, duty belts, holster if he needs a holster for his pistol, so on and so forth. But I asked that the city approve $1,500, not to exceed $1,500. That will give him time to get the stuff that he needs. If he has to get fitted for a vest, however what he needs to do. So.
Are you low?
Well, he won't fit yours?
Are you low or high on that? That way we'd have to come back and
It should
approve
be
more.
about right. I mean, he might have a little extra, just kind of depending on the cost of things. You want to go $2,000?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and Monday he should go down to Wichita and they'll be able to start getting the equipment that he needs so we can make sure he's safe.
Yes.
The other thing is Crime Stoppers. I think y'all should have got a list in your packets for Crime Stoppers. So typically, Crime Stoppers worked off of donations and fundraisers. Well, over the years, that's not being very beneficial anymore. So the Crime Stoppers is looking to the smaller agencies to help assist pay for these Crime Stopper reports and stuff. And this is used by Canton. I've used it. Anytime we had a crime, need something reported or try to get information, we put it in there. But it's $500 a year. So as I said, they're trying to cover everybody. If for some reason somebody can't afford it or they don't want to, then the sheriff's office will try to work and cut in some money inside there. Looks like McPherson PD has already agreed to pay about half of it. But this does help the community. It does make the community a little bit safer. So if we have people going around, I mean, get the information out. So, but
You said 500?
500 a year. So I know it's like the minimum that the Canton Police Department can donate, but a lot of this come through the city and get approved. So. Especially due to the fact it's an
I
annual.
wish we would have known that before we agreed on this salary.
He will use it. This will benefit him and the city. So, but that's all the money that I'm requesting for the city. So that'll be the last time I ask the city for money.
You never say never. Okay, so first of all, we need to make a motion to approve
Make a
$2,000.
motion to allocate $2,000 for equipment for our new chief of police.
I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And then for McPherson County Crime Stoppers,
Is it considered a contribution, donation?
You can consider whatever you want. It's just they just need the money to keep this program going. Because I mean, the money that gets put in there. So like when the Crime Stoppers stuff gets put out there, it's like, hey, we're going back this amount of money of reward. That money's got to come from somewhere.
Right, yeah.
That's what we do.
Well, I'll make a motion to contribute $500 to the Crime Stoppers for McPherson County.
I'll second that.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
All right. Greatly appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Okay. Thank you for your years of service.
Yes.
to Canton.
Yes, absolutely.
You're staying here though, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
We're,
so-
we're still here.
We can
so.
still bug him.
I'll still come with y'all every now and then.
He'll still come to the park and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Okay, maintenance department.
Oh, let's see. We've patched a few holes on Fish Street. We cleaned up around the shop and we had the dumpsters out at the burn site. Got our shop outside looking pretty decent. I mean, there's still some more work to be done. We had a water leak on West Maple on the 2-inch steel line. We've changed I'm trying to remember, about probably 25 meters this month. Not technically last month, but and then we had Mayor come clean the sewer. It was the east and west portion of town. And then they went ahead and they did the lift station at the sewer plant. We had to dig up 4 manholes on Main Street. They're like, I don't know, 8 to 10 inches below the street. So we had to pickaxe the asphalt out and get those all exposed. We've been laying down some more of the road material on some of the sand streets. Flushed fire hydrants, as you all know. Had Heritage Days, and then the house at 205 North 2nd Street is gone.
No, I didn't. Nice.
Greg still has his excavator over there, but there's a hole. We're gonna have to take some dirt over and probably fill it up and kind of smooth everything out a little bit. But other than that, it's gone.
Good.
So here's where it gets tricky. So some stuff that I've been trying to put together, we have a little bit of drainage problem. Well, we have drainage problems everywhere, but I'm working on Iowa 2nd, 1st Street, kind of over there on the southeast part of town right now. We've got a lot of ditches dug out. We're finding more and more culverts each time we keep digging. And some of the culverts are smashed. We clean out a few feet on both sides. It's clear until the middle. The middle's kind of screwed up, eroding away. So I guess I'm here to ask you guys, I don't know what you want to do. I mean, I got prices on culverts. They come in 20s, 30s, and 40-foot sticks. And I don't know how much to ask for, really, to be honest with you. So a 30-foot, 18-inch culvert is about $833 a piece. And then a 15-inch culvert's about $722
For a 30?
for 30 foot.
Will that get us
15 inch by 30 foot?
Will that get us across the road?
Yes.
Okay.
It's close,
I mean,
but it'll make
do they need to be replaced?
Yes.
Okay, then let us know.
How much?
How big was the
It's already
first
gonna
one,
go
the
under the street
833?
fund.
18 inch by
18 inch.
30.
I mean, if they need to be replaced, they need to be replaced. If that's a problem with our drainage, then they've got to get done.
And I think, so we found a culvert underneath 2nd Street and Iowa, and it's probably, I don't know, 3/4 of it's just demolished. And I think that would help some of the flooding of 2nd Street over on Jefferson. So all the water is trying to go around that corner and go to the end where there's no drainage ditch. And I think if we get a culvert under there, I think we can solve a lot of that problem. There's still going to be some water.
Right.
And I have some over on Marion Street, and then there's some on Canton Street. So that's what I'm saying, is I don't know how much to ask for. I don't know how much you guys want to do. We can do 20 of them, but now you're talking $20,000.
And is it to go across the road, so you have to have 30 feet? Okay, because I was going to say if you had 20-foot sections, you might be able to get a 40-foot
I will
cut it in
be
half and save
digging-
money, but
I will be digging the street completely up to replace these culverts.
Now,
Sand streets.
is that all, we're looking at doing all 18s, or we're gonna go to 15s?
We're going, so I would say you start at about 15, and as you get a little farther is when you start getting bigger, because you're going to have more water from different streets coming, so we need to get bigger. So, I mean, I was looking towards the $5,000, $6,000, and I think that'll get us started.
So
But
if
that's,
we,
again, up to
if
you how
we
much
put
you want to do.
10,000 and got enough, because we got issues at the end of 2nd.
I don't
we got
want to do
issues.
10,000 because I got other stuff that's going to need to be bought.
How are we on the
Unless you guys want to freak out.
street?
I'm
Where's
pulling
that
it
at?
up, I just needed to look somewhere different.
And these are corrugated steel, so I was gonna go like a HDPE plastic.
are they treated? Just still rust.
The steel, it's galvanized steel,
Okay.
so it won't as rust as quick, I guess is what you want to say.
They'll outlast our lifetime.
Yeah.
But the HDPE type pipe,
I'd say so.
it's not as forgiving. It needs more material on the top of it, and I don't think I can get that.
Right.
They are a little bit cheaper, but not much.
They're not as much for heavy traffic in trucks and.
Yeah.
He acted like, I mean, if they were going 20-25 with a heavy load semi, you probably get away, but it could potentially hurt it eventually, so.
Morgan, will come up with some notes here where we're at.
So in the general fund, line item for streets, we have the remaining $24,959. But then we also have a special highway fund.
And that can be used just for street.
Yes.
Yes.
Occasionally some equipment for streets, but, material and supplies, we have remaining 5,700. Contractual services, we have 46,000 total, with the cash forward, which would be spending everything and not having money for the following year. It's a remaining 300,000.
So we're just working through the rest of this fiscal year, which is 3 months, right?
What would it, how many do you need to finish off basically the southeast part of town? To fix everything at Pipe Dream?
Well, let's be reasonable, we're close to winter.
Right.
Purchasing all of it and you're
Right.
not getting it done.
Exactly.
It
Yeah.
should be set outside.
Right, right.
So what are you asking for your next job?
Well, the only good thing
over there?
is if we do get a cold winter but not a lot of snow, we can still be putting culverts in all winter long. To answer your question still, I mean, I would say if we're somewhere around the 5,000, I think that I can
It's a good start.
start with that and might not even use all the 5,000 this year.
Well, just pretend that you are going to use it.
But you get what I'm saying.
You know,
Let
my
me talk about
opinion,
my
go
other
with the
stuff.
better quality one. We don't want to go replacing them, like, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean,
But I don't think we have to approve it because it's already
In the budget.
Yeah,
in the
we have
budget.
to approve that money that's in the budget.
Yeah.
We have to
Oh.
approve that.
Yeah.
Okay,
But you said you have other things to ask for, so we might as well do it all in one. Whack. What else you got?
You want to?
Yeah, go for it.
So doing more drainage and everything, I've been looking at a new laser level, which is to shoot grades, and that's going to help us obviously set the culverts where they need to be, and to continue doing grade work throughout town so that way I make sure everything still drains. We have one. It's about a $300-400 Cobalt one that I can only go sometimes 20 feet with it and it kind of works. And sometimes I can maybe go half a block. But then you turn it off and it doesn't move and you turn it back on and it's different after I turn it back on.
It's
So
garbage.
I'm looking at, it's an LL300S-2 laser and it's a complete package. It comes with the tripod, the stick for the measuring, the transmitter, I mean, it's everything. And I've done a lot of looking and it's anywhere from $1,600 to $1,800. So I would say to do 2,000 just for free if there is, but
Is that good enough? Is
I
that-
think so. I've tried to research all day today for
Now-
lasers.
That's pretty decent.
We talked
Yeah.
about it, we talked about a different unit that was about double that price. To start doing the road stuff,
Well, this should do that.
should.
I was gonna
What
say,
brand is
why
it?
buy something
It's,
that wouldn't,
Spectra.
you know?
Spectra, is it a good name brand? I mean,
Wow.
it's got a history.
it could be a good name brand and still not work with the hoodie too.
Well, you gotta
I
have
mean,
a
let's
repair
be real.
facility. You
Well,
buy
I
something
mean,
in China,
If he's done research on it,
All right.
he's,
yeah.
So you're needing roughly $2,000 for a laser level.
Okay.
And that could be used on ditches, roads, basically really anything far as
Yeah, it could be
elevation.
for a lot of different things.
So the other option is, I mean, if if he's not able to do the road work and that crap, we're hiring an engineering firm out to come in here and to shoot all of our drainage and all that crap, and you're probably looking at $10,000 right there just them to come in and shoot grade on however many streets. I don't have a clue, but
Well, it ain't gonna be free, so.
I don't
I
want
don't
you to
know
think
the
I can
cost
do
of it,
everything
so-
here.
Is there
I can
anything
do a
else?
lot.
Is there anything else you want to add? to
Yeah,
that?
that's not 24,000, and you had mentioned
Is there
something.
something else I want to ask?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you said you've had a lot of things to
Yeah.
add to the money list.
Well, I think that's kind of, I mean, I have one more thing, but that's,
Further down.
Next year.
well, no, it just doesn't, it doesn't incorporate with
What
grading
you wanted?
and culverts, like
Like
something
what?
different.
Okay.
Okay.
as far as the drainage
You
and
wanna
that,
go for it?
I guess I can, okay, so,
Might as well.
over on Allen and 6th Street, we have another fire hydrant that is acting up and doesn't, we tried to open it when we did flushing, and I was scared that the hydrant was gonna break and we were gonna have water shoot out of the ground. It is an old one too. We talked about it when we very first went around and did hydrants, and it was kind of rough. Well, this time that we went to go open it, it did not open. So, I did most of the math I think I could, and that hydrant is gonna cost just in materials about $5,000. It's probably about 4,800, but I'm saying $5,000.
I will add to this, it is a fire hydrant of concern for the fire department, based on location. It's one of those strategic locations that, if not working, can cause problems, and it's by the elementary school.
Right.
So, there are, it's an area of concern for the fire department, and we are looking at inspections starting, they can happen starting January 1st. So we need to have a plan so we don't lose our rating.
A plan. Doesn't have to necessarily be done tomorrow.
It doesn't have to
But
be
we have
ordered
to have a
today,
really
but we
good
have to have a
plan to
plan.
do this.
well, last time we got some, it took a couple months to get.
It did take quite a
So
while.
we need to get things in the works.
How many hydrants are left besides this one
I
that
have
we're
one
already?
more on Osage and Main Street still, but I've got the other ones done.
The blowout hydrants, have you done?
Oh, dang, no,
Okay.
sorry. I'm sorry.
We have-
I
we
forget
have
about
those,
that
but
one.
we haven't
I
done
have
them.
that one. I've been still debating on where to actually
Gotcha.
kind of
Gotcha.
go with it.
Okay.
Okay, so fire hydrant is going to be about 5,000 for everything it takes to replace it.
So you're looking at 13,000, rounding everything up. 6 for the galvanized culverts,
Yes.
2 for the laser shooter, and 5 for the hydrant.
Mm-hmm. Think so.
do it all in one motion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve a budget or expenditure of up to $13,000, $6,000 for the 30-foot, 15-inch, up to 18-inch galvanized pipes at the maintenance office discretion on where to place those. $2,000 for the LL300S laser leveler, and
You don't have to get specific.
$5,000 for the repairs on the hydrant on Allen and 6th Street, for a total of $13,000.
I'll second that.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you. And when we did go do hydrant flushing, we did do, it's called a pedo test. We did do that for the fire department. I think we did every single fire hydrant in town other than the 2 that obviously still don't work. And we didn't do the 3 at the high school. But our hydrants are looking a lot better. They didn't give me the whole true list, but I know that we have some hydrants that are around the 200 gallons a minute, not very great, but we have some that are almost 800 gallons a minute. So I just wanted you guys to kind of know that.
And what's the acceptable range?
Oh, they acted like, I mean, if we were higher 200s, that's doing pretty good. And then obviously, the more you do, the better it is, but they said that that's about average. And one other thing that the fire chief and I have kind of talked about is actually color coding some of these hydrants. I don't know if we're going to paint them necessarily, but they've got these rings that you can take off one of the couplers and put a color code on that, so when a fireman gets to that, they know that's a 400 gallon a minute.
And they're reflective, so they'll
Yes.
go find them in the nighttime.
Yes.
I've seen those in the first.
They're about,
Yeah.
I think we were looking 10 to 15 bucks a hydrant.
Yeah.
We have 29 or 30 hydrants, I can't remember right now. But, so it wouldn't be that expensive.
Yeah.
And I think they kind of act like maybe they'd pay for half of it if we win half. So we're still talking about that. I guess I'm done. I think.
Let's wait. All right, we gave you some money, so now.
Yeah, no, your turn's over.
I can
Yeah, I can do that.
For the rest of you.
Yeah.
You want to do code enforcement, or you want?
Yeah, you can move to code enforcement. I'm just gonna help them out a little bit with
Okay.
this.
Okay.
So we've had a lot of people, blowing grass in the streets and the gutters and other stuff. It's not as bad, but we're mainly going for the grass clippings. We kind of have an ordinance here. It's something that you guys need to look over because we've looked through the code book and just can't find a specific. There's vague wording in it that's not quite good enough for us to say. I guess what I'm getting at. So this will be something that you guys need to look at, and then obviously it'll have to go to the lawyer, then it needs to then be pre-approved and stuff like that. But we just want you to know that we are working on a ordinance for objects in the streets and gutters.
There's some lawns that are tore up, and this will cover the mud that's going in the gutters also.
I believe it also lists like fluid
Oils.
items, like
Yeah.
oil and grease.
Leaves.
But the people are blowing it in the street,
Yeah.
and it just pisses me off. It's bullshit.
Can we get a copy, can you get a copy of
Yeah.
that to Morgan so it can be distributed, so we have time to look it
Yeah.
over?
We typed it up.
Okay.
It doesn't need to be approved today, but it does need to be approved before next mowing season.
Okay.
We just wanted you to be aware that
Yeah,
that's
Absolutely.
happening.
That's great.
Yep.
You want the figures first?
Sure.
In 31 days, I wrote 246. This month, 114 since the first. 37 of the total is the same people. And as of right now, 4 are going to court, but I would expect by the 20th of this month, there should be 17 to 19 more. And it's just that they don't want to clean their stuff up. Or they tell you, well, I've got a plan, and I tell them I need a copy of the plan, and they don't. And some of them just plain don't care.
Okay, now, when you do your code things, do you do you make a copy of the code that they're violating, or do you just give a number? How does that
The
work?
number should be good enough because it's on our website.
And they can get on the website, okay?
And then he does put a date on it. And
Okay.
then if there are certain papers don't have any place for him to sign. But when he gives a more of official paper, there's a signature
Okay,
attachment area.
So I've seen a couple, trust me, I've seen a couple that
Sure you have.
have been sent my way, and there has not been a date on those. Now, is that
Now,
something that we're
if-
gonna start
if it's-
doing?
If it's a notice,
Well, it's a
There's-
warning.
If it says notice, there's no date on it. If it's a warning, there is a date on it.
Okay.
And I write the code that's being violated,
Uh-huh.
and then if it's not a spot on there to mark, I go down to other and explain what the code is. And I try to explain, like, if a car with no tags or grass over 10 inches. I've had some that have bulk containers that have that are diesel containers where you can't store them outside.
Okay. Now.
And tell them where it's at and what it is, and you can't store it, and it has to be moved. If they put it in a garage or an outbuilding, I have no problem with that. I can't see it.
Now, if there's a vehicle out on the street, can you write a ticket for that, or is that the police department's?
It
How-
could
how
go,
does-
it could go either way. It's a
Okay.
city ordinance. So he has
Okay.
a code enforcement officer for the codes and stuff like
Okay.
the city. So he can tag it, and he can also have it request where it be towed away. But then as soon as the police chief starts, then he can start also working the all parking complaints,
Okay.
backward parking,
Okay.
trailers parked, so on and so forth. So.
Okay, I had some.
So 90% of the town, great, you'll be busy.
If it's got
So
an expired
I was-
tag, I
yeah.
put an orange sticker on it, they got 48 hours to move it, or it's towed. And 99% of them are moving them.
Now, I know you probably, Case probably already told you, but what about the truck that stays overnight on the roadway there in front of?
That's the problem,
Across
is
from the high
he's not
school.
here. He's from
Exactly,
7
I
to
understand
4.
that. So do we need? to get
Now, he had a truck parked there during the day, and we had him move.
Okay.
But after 4 o'clock,
Right, you're not on the clock anymore, I understand that.
what are we
Right.
gonna do? I
Right,
mean, I can,
exactly. Right.
he's
Is that
parked
the
it at the,
semi-truck?
Yeah,
And there is a
Is it the one on Fairview?
code that says that if you can't park there for more than 2 hours.
Yeah.
Right,
On any city
right,
street.
right.
Of certain,
well, I just
certain
see it,
vehicles.
I just see
Not
it
just normal
in the,
vehicle.
like, people just see it on their way to work, or, sometimes it's there when I'm going out to pick kids up or
Well,
whatever, so.
trust me, he and I's already had
Well,
several talks.
Good, good,
Oh.
good. Yeah, okay, I was just curious, sounds good to me.
That's a work in progress, I guess.
Oh, my goodness sakes, yes, it is, I'm sure.
We need to start thinking about the sidewalks in town, because technically the city put the sidewalks in, but it's up to the owner of the property to maintain them. And it says in the code book that the sidewalks have to be clear and trip hazard free. And some of these places you can't find sidewalks, so you're gonna have to decide what we wanna do. The people with multiple warnings, I've gone over that I'm just tired of dealing with them, and I'm gonna start sending them to court. Let them be inconvenienced, and some of them are gonna go to court that has 2 or 3,
Violations.
separate violations, and I did that on purpose for the plain and simple reason to inconvenience them, so maybe they'll clean their parts.
Incentivize them a little bit to at least do one more.
Some people just don't know.
We need to figure out what we want to do with the co-op implements. By city code, they can't be parked there.
The ones here on Railroad?
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't know if they've got an exemption or how you want to handle that.
Been there a long time.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
There used to be a shed there.
The old.
I mean, it's been a long time.
is that where the
The food bank.
food bank is, yeah.
I wrote them a violation for just west of the co-op where they've got the tires, they got a hot water tank, they got all kinds of stuff. If they can clean that up, and I wrote them a violation for the grass. It seems like, but he said that their lawnmower is broke down and they'll get to it. So I don't know if in 10 days you want to send him to court or what you want to do, but I haven't wrote the implements. I
Are
don't know
these
which.
the implements that are kind of blocking a drive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they did that to keep trucks from going in and parking.
Yeah,
overnight.
and that's another question I guess I had, I don't know if it's code enforcement, but that semi that parks behind the elevator on that grass and stuff there?
It's not my problem. It's not city property. I can't be.
And there
Private
is
property.
actually a rock road back there.
Okay.
There is a road, because they used to load and dump.
Okay.
I mean, when that was a working
I
grain
guess my
elevator.
concern is when they start the rails for trails.
It's not on it. It's very far off of it.
Yeah, okay,
So,
gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
that's
very
why I
far
said
off
I
of
don't
it.
know, I was just asking.
And at that point, I think Rails for Trails, if they're concerned, they can put up bollards.
I think they are going to,
So
yeah, they will. Yeah.
I want to see if we can send letters. I don't care if it's to every residence, but a lot of the problem residents on the grass that gets above 10 inches, say next March, send them letters. That's the one and only notice. And then if it's over 10 inches, we just go in there and mow it.
Like repeat offenders?
Yes, ma'am.
well,
That would be
there
nice.
is towns that send out the mowing and everything to every single person in town, so that the first time that anyone has it over a certain height, it's taken care of.
Yeah. I had mentioned something about that, like with repeat offenders, and said, like, do you have to start the whole process over again the next year? If so, it's
The
like kind
next
of a
year,
waste
yes.
of time.
Our code book says in a calendar year. You don't have to give them more than one notice per calendar year.
Oh, okay.
So if you mail it out
Right.
March
Mhm.
and you mow it 3 times before June, pretty soon that's going to be cost effective
Yeah.
for them.
That's another item that needs to be fixed. It's on the website to make it where it's user searchable. Where
Yeah.
somebody new moves to town. What is the city's policy right now? It's a cluster. You know what? Trying to figure it out on the website.
There is a service through the league, but you do have to pay for it because it's a third party. I don't know cost or anything, but it's ordinance and codification, so they make it user friendly so that you can publish it on your website. They order it. They also sounded like they go through it and make sure, like our book is fairly old, they make sure nothing has changed for the state or federal rules and you're not in violation of anything, and then they kind of Band-Aid it up for you and make it user-friendly.
Find out how much it is.
I did also just edit the utility bills. There's a little section where I can write 2 or 3 lines of words, and I did put that city codes are available at, and I put the city website. That way everybody knows.
I want to bring up maybe getting pepper spray for dogs or people. I had a run-in 3 days ago with a gentleman over on 2nd Street, and he got within a foot of me, and there was another gentleman with him, and I walked away. And then I was over on 4th Street and doing pictures, and I had no idea that he had that property also, and he was highly upset, and I was 4 to 5 feet from him the whole time. But if he goes to attack me, and I've talked to Mark about this, and I use it to get away, I just want to use it to get away. I don't want to bring any liability onto the city, but I don't want to be down there.
Defenseless.
If it's 1 against 1, it won't bother me. But if it's 2 against 1,
Or dog against one.
Still don't want to do that.
but
We see.
I don't need to carry it every day. But there's certain gentlemen in town that you're going to have to be careful with.
Tim, do you see any risk with him carrying?
I mean, if there's liability, if he gets hurt, he has a claim against the city. In the code enforcement gentleman. And if you use it aggressively and they can prove that, then there's liability against you or the city.
So is it better just to?
No, I think if you if you think you need it, I would carry it.
There are certain properties that.
But just remember everything you do.
Either that or bring a witness.
Right. Well, everything you do, say, write is going to end up in the paper. And I mean, that's how you should conduct yourself. Every interaction you have. And so, if you have it, you better make sure it was legitimate use.
Well, I know the last interaction I had with the gentleman, I talked to him just like I'm talking to you. I didn't raise my voice, and I asked him to lower his voice. And he said that that was his calm voice when he's getting...
Well, I live on 4th across the street. I witnessed your interactions the other day, and I would be more than happy to step on my porch anytime you need me to witness any said action in that neighborhood. As a witness only.
I mean, you have need for it for animals and other issues. So
I've had them.
I don't think it's a problem to carry it.
I've had them threaten me over the phone, but that never goes anywhere.
You're not going to pepper spray someone over the phone. So.
There's.
I mean, you can try, but it's probably going to hurt you more than that.
I think that'd be a good idea.
I think.
But I don't want to bring any liability.
No.
But I want to use it as, like Mark and I were talking, as a way to get away.
Yeah, you got to protect yourself from great bodily harm.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get some people that are a lot bigger than you. I mean, you got to have some. I mean, especially the dogs. I mean, I've tased dogs in towns before because I've got corn on the porch. So, I mean, you need something.
Yeah.
What's the cost of a body cam?
Body cam? Well, I know we got an extra body camera at the sheriff's office, or not the sheriff's office, the police station over there. Axon body cameras, I think there were, what, 1,000 maybe? Don't quote me on that. I mean, they really ain't that expensive.
Is that
compared to what they are.
would that be something that you should wear?
Oh yes.
Yeah, well, so I actually sent him with a body camera on one of his incidents. So, and it's just a all small, the older Axon body camera just plugs in. So it'd be worth it. So, and also goes to court. He has to.
Does it need to be a body cam, or can we just buy a cheap GoPro?
Or
Both
a
are-
dash
both are
cam. You know,
Well,
just make sure
but
you're
you
in
want
front
to
of
get
the
what you pay
truck.
for, though. I mean, I did that when I first started working in Canton. I said I was starting to buy like these cheap cameras. I needed a camera, right? And I just was going to the cheapest way I could. But the problem is like if you have an Axon, like as soon as you hit that button, it actually starts recording 30 seconds, or say it's recording 30 seconds prior to you hitting that button.
Oh.
So then you can see everything that led up to that situation. And then it all saves 30 seconds after you shut the camera off. So then it just sees the last 30 seconds of what the interaction was. So, I mean, if you're going to give him a camera, just bring it down and give him a
Can he use that one for now though?
Yeah, he could use that for now. As I said, the police department has 2 cameras. We got the newer Axon body camera, and then we have the older one I used to use for years. And they still function. You can still download the
Okay.
stuff out of them. So,
Yeah.
I think that just.
I don't need it
shows
for every incident.
Right.
But there's.
When you know you're going to a problem place.
One thing, yeah, I mean, you think you know everybody, but
Yeah.
you never know when somebody's going to
Just
flip
remember-
out.
Maybe you carry the mace just in case and use the camera when you know.
Okay. You have any more, Samuel?
What do you want to focus on? I've been focusing on abandoned vehicles, grass, trash. Is there anything else that you see that needs to be focused on?
I think those are good ones to go with, I think.
Yeah.
You've got quite a few wrote up, so.
At 246 violations, I think you're finding a lot of that.
Once you give them notice, how many days do they have before you do a warning?
If I give them a notice, I'll give you an example. I talked to a lady about a camper that's parked on the right of way, and I told her you need to figure out what you want to do. Let me know. If you can't do it within a week, give me a written plan so I've got something on record saying this is what we're going to do. and if I don't get a plan on the notice, then I'll give them a warning and they got 10 days to figure it out. And if they come up with a plan during the 10 days that it's got to stay there 30 days, then, and they write it out, that's fine. Otherwise, I feel that I've been more than accommodating, and I'll just send them to.
So
send them to
how
court.
many out of your 246 are open that haven't been resolved, where they didn't take action that you're gonna have to follow up on that, you know?
Right now, just 4 people with notices. But 3 of them are supposed to have a written plan tomorrow.
That's good. That's a good.
So a notice doesn't have a date, but a warning does have a date.
A warning does have a
Gotcha.
date, and you have
Gotcha.
10 days.
That-
And
Gotcha.
there's another form that I can give that says you have 10 days for certain items and 45 days for others.
Gotcha. Okay. Good to know. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I think you're doing good.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, where do we want to start with council?
I started last time. I'm not.
Okay.
I gotta think a little bit.
Gotta think a little bit.
We're good. I'm good, so.
The only issue I had tonight was with the fire hydrant, so we've addressed that. That's all I had.
Nada. Yes, I mean, we've been, like I said, we've been working back and forth on the personnel procedures.
And the idea is to get it to everybody to look at
Yeah.
before it goes to Reese.
Right, and we'll email it again, and then plans are, once we're finalized with it, it's gonna be emailed to everybody, and don't wanna hear excuses at the next council meeting, well, we didn't get it. Well, I mean, if we need to, we can send it up to Morgan, and she can print it out for everybody, you can read it.
It's
Without
20
waivers.
pages long,
I went
FYI.
through it and I actually compared it word for word off the website one just to see what was updated, and I didn't really have anything except for what I had already mentioned, so.
It's so hard to me, for me to
Mary,
get on
we'll,
my phone.
we'll make sure, like, you know, it's
It's
not
just
like
really
scripted
hard for me,
copy
with the
too.
school email, with this email, oh my gosh, it's just emails,
No.
emails.
We will make
I'm not
sure-
trying to make up excuses, I'm a loser, and I'd rather have paper in front of my face to read.
Sometimes it's easier-
So, I'm just being honest.
No,
Yeah.
sometimes
It'd be
it's easier
wonderful.
to do
One-
that in paper.
Okay.
Yeah, one thing to think about that we still need to work on, we gotta get the pay scales and that figured out, because everywhere in the policies and procedures,
I actually got a bunch of information from Morgan. I'm kind of considering that part of what we're doing. We took, you know, we had a lot of job postings, so I'm taking those ranges that were posted online and kind of starting there. Because the old pay scale from
one that I
08, I
sent
think
you, yeah.
that you had is pretty irrelevant. So we're taking, like I said, we had a lot of job postings. We did put some price ranges on there. That will help with job descriptions. It's ridiculous. And then pay scales so that everyone has a chance to look at that.
Do you, Jerry or Christina, do you have, obviously you have the personnel procedures that Reese converted to Word document for us, but do you also have any changes that have been made
No.
since then? Okay, there's been
Since
several,
then, yes.
there's been several changes, like, you know, we eliminated comp time and went to
Yeah,
hourly
that
pay. We
is-
went
Oh, that's
from-
on there,
We
yeah.
went from bi-monthly, or I'm sorry, semi-monthly to
I think those
bi-weekly.
changes are on there.
Okay,
'cause it
I
did
just
say
wanted to make sure.
40 hours, and it's
Okay.
definitely bi-weekly pay and that sort of stuff. Those have been updated.
Yeah, that's all I have.
Okay, okay, I have a code book at home, but how can I get on there on the website, to print out like some of the codes, like do I have to print out that whole code book again?
That's the one
You
that's
can't,
one document.
that's
Yeah, I
on
don't
your
do it.
website, it's a POS.
It's not user-friendly.
Only
I
way-
don't know.
only
So I
way
gotta
you can-
take a picture of each page.
Or do a screen.
Is it downloadable? No.
No, it's that old.
Well, okay.
Basically what it is.
I just wanna
it's-
keep keep up to date on
Yeah.
the book that I have.
It's actually not
Just-
a document, it's actually like is it a JPEG image or something like
Yeah,
that. that was
it's like they
uploaded.
went through
Oh,
a picture and put in
JPEG.
every page on the website.
Well, that's what
Yeah.
I figured I was gonna have to do, is take a
Well-
picture of each page, but I'll just do the pages that
I can
like-
convert a JPEG to a PDF, and that can be converted to an editable document.
We are going to have to figure out how to replace the document that's there, because, like, for instance, with water rates are listed in
Yeah.
our code book.
Mhm.
I can't just go on and update that. I have to figure out.
Edit one page,
Yeah.
it's the whole thing.
So we're working on figuring that out.
Look at hers, wheels spinning over there.
Oh, yeah, I'm wondering,
I
well,
will-
you probably have to have access to the website to
Which we
edit
do.
the website. I've created websites before.
Well, if you
I
can
may be
fig-
able to
I-
help you with it.
I
If you
have
can
some
figure that out,
information
let me know.
about
But that's all I got.
Okay. I don't have anything. I've decided.
We might get out of here before 10 o'clock.
I
tonight.
know. Hey, shh, it's almost 8:15.
Sorry, we've got, you've got,
I'm just kidding.
you've got an hour and 45 minutes at this one.
No.
Okay, our lovely office staff has made some, what do I want to say? They actually said that we probably need to be looking differently at our money situation, our financials. We've got quite a bit sitting in checking. And what I'd like to do, we talked about putting it into a money market, but I went and talked to Tom today, and he could do a CD for 6 months at 3.75. And I think, I mean, we can make $3,700 in 6 months, and it's just sitting there drawing nothing.
Nothing.
How
Yeah.
much money are we talking about?
That is at 200,000.
Okay. And we will still have operating capital for 6 months operation?
Yes, yes.
Then
I
do
mean,
it.
I think
Absolutely.
it'd be a
Yeah.
smart move.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
How are rates
So-
comparable between the banks? Still real competitive?
Wasn't the other one like
There-
4 point something?
They've
With the
dropped,
redo?
they've all
Oh,
dropped.
Right, that was for long term also. I mean,
Yeah, it was a year,
They've
I
all
think.
dropped. So I would just like to get approval from the council that I could look at the 250,000.
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
As long as we can keep them around 5 to 6 months working capital.
Yeah, we got 6 months working capital, yeah.
Those make money on the money
Because we
versus.
had
Yeah.
another one
Right.
rotating off the 1st
Right.
of January.
Oh, okay.
And the other
Yeah.
two or three, I don't know, that Citizens, they're later on, but we do have one, I think it's Tom looked at, it's probably 260,000 that will be coming up at the first of the year, so, and like he said, we can always cash that out. I mean, we would lose the interest,
Right.
but we're not really making anything
Yeah.
sitting
Right,
where it's at,
right.
so it's really a
Yeah.
wash, so.
Right, right.
I would just, like I say, like to get
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
a motion
But then
to,
make the
Yeah.
motion.
yeah.
Does that require a motion?
You're gonna have to, you
Probably
gotta
is.
approve the mayor to move the money.
Mhm.
I think.
Out of
yeah.
out of
Yeah,
operating
you do.
funds, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Lawyers
What are
say
you
yeah.
wanting, 200,000?
2 to 250, I'd go 250.
Okay, sounds good.
Just to see.
Make a motion to approve the mayor to move 250,000 out of checking, city checking to investment. Basically, you're doing a CD, correct? With a max of 250,000.
I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I know Austin and I talked about this a little bit. Our Christmas lights, do we want to spend anything going forward?
The Christmas lights that go between the towers, I helped work on those last year,
Mhm.
and they're just a mess.
They're 900 years old.
Yeah, and it's a battle to keep them all lit and everything else, so we gotta come up with something. If we're gonna put something between the towers, we gotta come up with something to replace them.
Yeah.
They're just,
Yeah, like one day they're on and then it's just
Yeah, half.
poopy Christmas, you know?
Yeah.
Or-
Do we have to put something up between them?
I mean, we might get some kickback if we don't.
Well,
We're
can
not
we
in
get
for
a big
900
big
years.
star on top of
Big,
one
huge
would be
star.
really cool.
That's what I'm thinking, a big, huge star.
You're gonna take it up there.
No, on the
Well, you have to take the other thing up there anyway.
I mean, here's the deal.
Let's go. Hey, we've got, I mean, how much time do you need to get figured out when you need
Yeah.
the lights? Just quick, real quick. I mean, if
Well, I just.
everybody kind of
think
think about what they want, and let's not sit and argue and discuss unless we plan
No,
on
I
approving
just,
something tonight.
I mean, where's the list of what you want to purchase, need to purchase? I mean,
Yeah, let's
I
see
mean,
something like
we're
that.
$6,000-7,000 in Christmas decorations.
absolutely
No,
not.
No, not that much.
You don't think so?
Absolutely
Heck
not.
no.
Well, we're not, $2,500 isn't gonna go very far. But we've already talked about that.
Well, I mean, it's also plan ahead, so you hit after Christmas and you buy them for 50 cents.
Right.
Instead of $50.
For the next year.
If
That's
you want
right.
to grow, right?
Could we
Um,
approve a little bit tonight to get started?
But we don't know what we're approving. We don't know.
It's
what
for,
it's-
it's for Christmas lights
Yeah, but
in
what's it
general.
gonna cost us? What are we gonna?
Well, those
You
big
got-
stars that were donated from the museum,
Okay.
from the funds there, I believe they were $350 a piece, if I remember right.
Y'all ain't shopping at Walmart, obviously.
No, these were from a wholesale place, but they were also bought seasonally in high price season.
So what do you wanna allocate for Christmas decorations this year?
Well, if it's just for there, I mean, just for the water tower area,
Mm-hmm.
500
Don't look at me.
That-
I have no
that's-
clue.
Up to?
That's not gonna do anything for you. I looked at them last year and it was a couple
What they spent on the
$1,000.
education committee last year, just that little bit.
What's that?
What they spend?
I don't know. On
I
like
don't
those
think they spent
snowmen
much of
and-
anything last
Oh,
year.
yeah.
Oh, they
Put
spent
those in
quite a little
flavors.
bit on the snowmen and
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah.
beautification committee. I don't remember what we spent.
Oh,
there.
beautification did, yeah, but the city
Well,
I
they
don't
like-
think did.
It's a
1,500 or something
Yeah,
like
see,
that.
I'm thinking like 2,000, you guys.
And that wasn't nothing.
You can always pull numbers and revisit November 13th.
Mhm.
Right? I mean,
If
Yeah,
we-
good idea.
Thank
Good
you.
idea.
yeah.
Okay, give her a little bit.
What? Give what?
Give her a little bit of money.
$2,000. Can we do
Go-
2,000?
I mean, go for it.
Okay, I make a motion to donate, to allocate $2,000 for Christmas decorations.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I don't know how far that.
Okay, if you,
Not very far.
well, if you need,
Well,
If she needs more, she can ask on.
Being a Debbie Downer, we
Yeah.
just gave you $2,000.
Negative Nelly over there.
More later.
Yeah.
Sassy.
Yeah.
are we making a Candyland down
Sassy
Main Street or
Scotty.
Let's
something?
go, let's get, let me get back.
Do you want me to bring up the 6th Street and Railroad, that small section? Or have you got enough for it?
It just depends on, I guess, you guys wanna see how good we can do concrete.
I feel like we have enough irons in the
Yeah,
fire
yeah,
right now.
We do.
Yeah.
We need to
Let's
approve what we got
revisit
started
that
on.
next month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I am done, so if somebody wants to adjourn.
No, wait,
No,
we
we got,
were
oh,
not.
we got clerk over here.
Gotta get the clerk in there. How did you end up last anyway?
I think she got
Rhonda
skipped
was
by
in
mistake.
charge.
She was excited about Christmas.
I'm sorry, I do that a lot.
Shut me down.
I think I just have one request and one update. So, Tuesday, I went to a meeting for a grant that the county has applied for.
Yeah, the one that Mary couldn't do because she was a loser.
This is an older, it was started previously. Most of the people involved countywide are not the original people. Basically, they had a bunch of changes in staff and it kind of got dropped and now they're getting back into it. So they did email kind of, I guess, submitted ideas from the initial startup of the grant. And just for example, for Canton, it was listed for alley repairs for emergency vehicle access and stop light / crossing light for the school zone.
But didn't it also have streets?
There's also street repairs, and when we discussed these items in a group, but with the lady in charge of planning, she basically said a generic request for street repair is not a good, it won't work. Because basically you can't prove it affects safety enough, it's too big of a project, etc. So she said really that's not a good fit. The school zone lights, there are 2 other grants we could look at. She thinks it would be better suited for one of those. There's an IT grant and what was the other one? Like a TA grant.
Yeah, TA or.
So
T
she
something.
said she could help us with that because she did a lot of KDOT grants at her previous job. The other thing was alley repairs for emergency vehicle access, and she said that would be great. The other thing that I thought of is having all the sidewalk discussion with some residents and code enforcement and looking through the book. It looks like, yes, property owners are responsible for the stretch of sidewalk, but the city is responsible for connecting that sidewalk to the street at grade. And there's a few areas in town I know either don't have it at all, just ends at the curb, or it's the street has shifted or the sidewalk has shifted or whatever, and it just doesn't meet up anymore. And I wondered if maybe some sidewalk repair could be put. There's a lot of towns that listed sidewalk repair and school areas, but like I said, that because it's a flashing light, she said it would be better on another grant. So the county basically, I don't want to word it incorrectly, but they have not officially received the grant, but they need to just sign the paperwork, basically. Once they sign the paperwork, it's a 2-year time limit to get the project not completed. There is no money in this grant to physically complete the project. This is basically plan and survey if the project would be a good idea, what difference it'll make, that kind of thing, and then it will help you get grants because you've already looked at, the first part of the project. They are hiring a consultant, the county is, and they are hoping the consultant will be able to come to each city and kind of look around, talk with somebody and see, they might have ideas for a grant opportunity that we haven't thought of, and so they're hoping to do that. But there's no date set. They're needing somebody to be a part of basically a committee. They call it a coalition. They'll do quarterly meetings, and like I said, it's a 2-year time limit. So they said it can be anybody from the community, mayor, council, employee, first responder, very involved citizen. They're just wanting somebody that has the drive and puts in the effort to go to each meeting because they don't want it to be a different person every time. So nobody has to be named yet or anything like that, but they will reach back out to us when they have a more solid time frame for things. But just we went to that, and that's where that stands basically. It's a safe streets grant.
Yep.
So other thing I have is I've been working quite a bit with IT and just a lot of discussion. I shouldn't say working, but we are having problems with email storage. We don't have a lot of space, so I started going through email and saving all the attachments to our OneDrive. Well, we don't pay for Microsoft, so our OneDrive space is also limited. So the next step is to print it and put it in a file cabinet. And that's not a very...
You don't put it on the drive?
Maybe,
External
I
drive?
have no idea. I know how to turn a computer on and turn it off.
Yeah, we should be able to
So-
obtain an external drive or a thumb drive. I have one that's 250 gigs.
Yeah.
Well, our other thought is that I've been talking with IT about, right now we pay for a domain through GoDaddy, and he, in a nice, very IT way, said our website is very basic. Anybody could build that, and we're paying somebody right now to manage it, and he said that's silly. So we did talk to him about what it would take to go. Right now it's a .org, and we pay for the domain, and we looked at going to a .gov, and then we would be able to move our email address to .gov, because then we would have, like CantonClerk.gov is a little more, or at .gov, whatever. It just makes a little more sense. It's a little more official. Then there, eliminates the storage problems and things like that, yes, it costs them money. The things we have now cost them money here and there also. Just kind of, I don't have prices. I can get back in touch with him. He could come and talk with us.
Find out how many email accounts are available if we did that.
Okay.
Whether every employee could have one.
Yeah, and I'm confused at we do have a limit with Home Telco. We can only have so many. I think right now we have 6 or 7. We're trying to eliminate one, but yeah, I talked with him about it, and he suggested the first step would be to get the domain set up and get approval for that, but then look into the cost for email and apps through Microsoft 365, because right now, it'd be nice if everybody had the same access to things like a time off request paper, because right now everybody comes to the office and says, I need a new timesheet, or send me this document. It'd be nice to have a shared space. And I know he was talking about combining, I don't know what you call it, like basically the internet from here and the maintenance shop is separate, and combining it so that we could have that connection. But yeah, if somebody would like him to present, I can reach out to him, or if you just want costs, I can get that from him.
You want to know the cost differences?
Yeah, I'm definitely not an IT person, so I don't even know how to word it, but I will look into costs.
What we're currently paying and what the new system will cost.
And it can't all come down to dollars, obviously that's important, but
Right.
sometimes you have to pay for things you don't pay for now.
Storage.
Like storage,
Right.
yeah.
But we
So-
have to
You get
know-
what you pay for, so.
Yeah,
But
but-
we have to,
but I will
know
look
what
into
the
it.
costs are
Yeah.
from where we're currently.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's not going to cost us that much more to make the job.
Right. And some of it's hard for us figuring costs because, we've been here a limited amount of time. And if there's not a good paper trail, if this is what we pay for, it's hard for us to find it. Like, we found recently that we didn't even know we paid for a domain through GoDaddy because it's a 5-year payment. So we haven't paid it yet. We didn't know it existed. But yeah, it renews in, I think, 28, 27. So, I mean, there's some things it's just hard to find the cost for, but
Yeah.
I will do what I can.
That's all we want.
And we did get the bathrooms complete over at the new Everhart Park. We came in under what we had budgeted at $10,400. We came in at $9,968.91. So we cleared that.
Nice.
And I just will add one quick thing. I do have a phone now that will move forward with all mayors. We've set up an email address, so I'll start utilizing that when I figure out how to answer the phone. So it's an Android, and I'm not
Oh,
used to
gosh.
that. Oh, my goodness. So, but with
Well,
that,
good luck.
we will ask for the meeting to be adjourned.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
If you would like to stay, I can get your checks. If you want to come back, that's fine.
Well, you know you're gonna get some paperwork to it, so I'll just holler at them later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need it right now.
Don't even think about it.
Don't even think about it.
I don't know, I probably need it tomorrow, but I don't need it right now.
I bought my energy drinks yesterday, so I'm good for a few days.
We're all done.
Thanks.
It's that curtilage of the property. When they invite you, then no, you probably don't.
So you can't go on the back,
So I'm
it has a
at,
no
try to
price.
pay this money down. I mean, most just,
Alrighty.
See you later, sister.
Yeah.
Nice seeing you.
Yes.
I was kind of actually just.
You can see
Nice to meet you.
from the street, which is only everybody has. You're dealing with what things you can see. With the
We
regular
can go down the
person,
street or an alley, you can see it.
yes, I mean, that's, anybody can do that. You start going on property,
Some of their mess, and they were like,
you're dealing with,
Now, when I had problems with that guy up on Second Street,
Oh,
and he was that close.
I use it on like.
where were you at? On the street?
No, I was on the side. I had walked up and asked him if I could visit with him about a problem on that property.
I know what you mean.
And he was screaming, yelling, and he was a foot from me.
Yeah, if you
Get
wanna
the fuck
send it
out
to
of
me.
here.
I mean, it's
I let
gotta be stuff that you can see
It's on the side.
from
You have notes on there?
because that's all it is.
It'll be the
City
same.
cares about. You get in places that's a population of warrant territory. You do whatever you can see from the street.
And then like city
I can see it from the street.
Yeah.
I can send that to my
I
lady.
think so. I mean, if you know it's 12 inches tall, you don't have to get out there.
No problem, I actually have the last one.
I mean, you can say it's got, it's 10 bricks up on the brick, so in other words, 5 side or length high, you know, and take a picture of it from a place that you have legal.
Now, can I go on the neighbor's property to take a picture of it?
Yeah, as long as the neighbor's okay.
I wish my
Again, as long as the neighbor's okay.
I always decide when,
Yeah,
so I
you're
can
not-
make copies,
you don't have
and
no
then if there's something that's not.
Like, I don't know when
Because
it's
we're all
really
used to this,
And frankly,
when they're paper clips together, they're easy to
your
just.
job is because the regular, everyday guy looks at that and says, that looks like garbage, right? And so you're, from an everyday guy point of view, that's what you're doing. Finding it, seeing it, citing it, taking a picture of it, say, hey, Judge, here it is. How you doing? 12 inches tall, 10 inches tall. Look how high it is up against this. I mean, just put it in relation with stuff.
Most of it, if you're gonna be close to it, he's been putting this ruler in the grass.
Yeah, sure.
Sidewalk and alley.
Public easements is fine. Public easements are fine. Once they come out and say, get off my property.
But if I'm on a public easement,
Anybody can do that.
You don't publish our pay
I
stubs.
it's hard. It's really hard. There's a lot of politics involved in that job.
there was a gentleman down here, and he was gone. And I walked up on his property behind his house and saw barrels marked. And I didn't open the barrel because there was something I and I wrote him for storage of corrosive materials. And then he called me and said that I can't be on his property. I haven't.
It's plain view. You saw it from plain view.
But I had to go behind his house.
Well, are you on the, is that an alley or anything?
I was on his driveway.
Yeah, be careful.
But he was gone, so he didn't tell me to get off.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Basically, it's just on public easement.
That's where I'd say, stay there. Otherwise you get into, like, if you know it's there, then it's not from a place where you are legally able to be.
I scanned it in there, that's it. I was able to convert it. I was able to make it, I was able to make it an editable document in Adobe, where I can actually highlight, copy, and paste it.
You know what I got?
Any place I can go, walking around.
So when they scan it off,
They will be like walking around the property, that's where I'm putting yourself up there. I mean, I'm not saying, I'm not putting down on you, I'm saying, is it, how defensible can it be? Like, if I'm walking into court with that set of facts, then the defense attorney's gonna throw that out. So,
Let me ask you this, it says in our code that city employees are able to be on your property at all times, because it does say that, because we have water lines inside their property lines. I'm just asking.
yeah.
just very simple, like,
Take all of
it does say in there, we have the authority to.
For mine's like, every, I was to hear that phrase, your side of the meter. Like, is the city line, right? And then the line to the house is the property owner's responsibility to pay for it. Really? I mean, what I'm saying is, you get into a hybrid of, like, if I got my defense lawyer hat on, I'm gonna say, it's a government act for my private property. Is this American anymore or not?
If someone calls in and wants
If he, let's say he sees marijuana on the inside the house, or hears bloody murder being screamed inside the house, you know, what's he gonna do?
Because technically, if I do it,
Probably he's gonna call the police and say, look, this lady's getting the crap beat out of her.
I think I do the current.
I think I'm here, I'm doing my job, well, let's let the lawyer sort it out in the criminal court. Let's maybe save the lady's life. That's a very weird, you know,
The only reason I was asking that is we had some houses that was
yeah,
sometimes you have to go in the backyard.
right.
Not in the
Right.
like around the house,
Yes.
take pictures.
And then why did I pull apart?
I mean,
What did they stop occurred?
Go for it, it's just a harder case. It's a harder case, it's not something you can see from any public either.
No, but they can always bring it into
Most of
the.
them don't.
Yeah, it is.
Some can be on the street easement,
We
you
literally
can
paid
see
for